Well, a group of retired Air Force officers now going public, telling of UFO sightings at nuclear missile defense bases all across the country. The ex-military commanders say the UFOs even messed with the weapons and in some cases deactivating missiles. Robert Salas, former missile launch officer who saw the phenomenon firsthand, and Robert Hastings, UFO researcher who convened the gathering. They both join us now on the telephone. Mr. Salas, first with you. You saw this large glowing red pulsating oval shape hovering near the front gate. What did it do to the nuclear missiles?
Well, first of all, I want to correct you. I was underground at the time of the incident. I was 60 feet underground in a capsule. We have security guards upstairs, of course, protecting the area. And, they told me that it looked like a oval-shaped, red object pulsating. He had a hard time discerning the detail of it, but...
what did it do to the nukes?
What happened was, as this was being reported, or shortly thereafter, my nuclear missiles went no-go, or disabled.
Right. But has that ever happened before under different circumstances?
It happened, as I later found out, about a week earlier on March 16th, 1967. Yeah. Well, not the same launch control center. It was called Echo Flight, which is some 40 miles to the northwest of where Oscar Flight is.
We're short on time, so forgive me for being brief. Mr. Hastings, let me go to you. You're a researcher. You said that you believe visitors from outer space have come here.
I've interviewed over 120 former and retired Air Force personnel who were involved in nuclear weapons-related UFO incidents, some of which involved missiles malfunctioning when the objects were present. The technology that's been reported and also tracked on radar involves craft that are capable of flying thousands of miles per hour.
Listen, I got to cut to the chase here, but you say you think they're fixated on our nuclear weapons because they think we should disarm ourselves before we destroy ourselves. Look, if they're smart enough and clever enough to come here, aren't they smart enough and clever enough to directly communicate with us?
No, I mean that's an illogical leap of judgment.
It seems eminently logical to me.
No, well, then you haven't explored all the scenarios. If you're going to encounter another life form, you would engage in a slow kind of ongoing, increasing the ante kind of contact. You wouldn't fly in the face of whoever you're visiting in one fell swoop. I think what's going on is an observation process, but during the Cold War with the nukes, there was a situation where there was potentially dire consequences, and they intervened both here and the former Soviet Union to interfere with nuclear weapons.
Mr. Hastings, for years the Air Force had the Blue Book investigation project. They eventually abandoned it because, in their words, no extraterrestrials could ever be identified. Now, you think they're lying?
That was a cover story. The investigations that were conducted into these very sensitive national security cases were conducted by the Office of Special Investigation, as Mr. Salas can tell you. None of that was ever admitted. It came out only under the Freedom of Information Act.
All right, Mr. Hastings, Mr. Salas, thank you very much for being with us. Forgive my skepticism, but I'm a reporter. I'm sort of trained to be skeptical. Thanks.